Hello there, this is C-A-N-W-A-N Kenan from Kenan Plays, and today we're going to play part 11 of Cygnus. Alright, let's load the game and see whether he will attack those guys. 10 minutes of agony later, another train came along, carrying with it several unsuspecting targets. Even from my post shrouded in the foliage, I could easily make out every movement of my targets and, more importantly, their next victim. A slender, timid-looking girl, probably a year younger than Sarah and I. She was wearing the same uniform and had the same build to Sarah, but her demeanor and attitude seemed more naive and carefree. A pretty young girl who make too perfect a victim. No sooner had I made my guess, the duo began stalking their prey. Their target was in too much of a rush for the same level of caution to be necessary, unaware that she was being followed. They tailed the girl closely, roughly matching her pace until the tree passed by an empty dead-end street. Now! Oh no! Oh crap! Oh crap! Hey, hold her legs properly. Shut up and gag her. One teen covered the girl's mouth, while with cloth he had concealed in her pocket, while the other grabbed her legs. Whoa, the exciting music again, eh? And I realized the graphic has changed too. Oh no, I hope he saved the girl though. Taking advantage of the shock, the duo immediately carried her towards the empty street, picking a house in the corner they presumably knew to be empty ahead of time. The girl was scared stiff, but once the initial shock wore off, she began feeling wildly. Arrgh! Get off me! Get off me! You pick a feisty one today. Of course, energetic girls are the best, don't you think? No argument there. I followed the tree as inconspicuously as I could, utilizing neighbor's yard instead of risking being seen on the side of the road. Climbing up the fence of the house in question, I leaned across, grabbing onto one of the railings of the house back venerate, pulling myself to the dilapidated buildings and quietly entering from the back. I slowly walked from room to room, watching my back every step of the way. Tiptoeing, I remained vigilant not to make a sound, proceeding with caution until I found my targets. Oh crap, quickly save her! Quickly save her! Jeez, quit struggling with ya. You know it won't do you any good. You tell her, but pity women never listen. By the time I found the duo, one was already holding the girl down, sitting on her stomach, and pinned both her arms down with his own. Like that, right? Exactly like that. This is the red hair guy. He seemed awfully muscular though. His weight appeared to be more than enough to restrain the girl, making the job easier than he dared hope. In her mouth was the same cloth that they had used to gag her during the initial grab, now kept in place by the use of a duct tape. Alright, almost done. Oh my gosh, are they filming it? About time, let's get the show on the road already. While the first teen prevented their prey from escaping, the other emerged from the next room, bringing with him a video camera and a stack of condoms. By now, the freaking girl knew exactly what they were planning, sobbing suddenly as she continued to fail and attempt to regain her freedom. Come on, hurry it up already. Take too long and I'll start without ya, you know. Oh crap, calm down. We have all the time in the world. Just enjoy ourselves, yeah? Oh crap, quickly go and save her already. While the dominant member of the duo set up his tripod and camcorder, I slowly edged my way to the next room, removing my pocket knife I intended to use on a last resort. Yes, you should do that. Bidding my time and slowing my breath, I tried to get hold of my nerve, clutching my blade tightly as I neared the dominant young man. Despite my on-the-job training over the last week, I found myself shaking in both fear and anticipation, afraid to use my blade in hand, yet compelled to put the two criminals in their place. I could see myself attacking them, beating the duo in submission, making them pay for victimizing a young girl like this, but when it came to actually using the knife in my hand, I froze. Throughout the many violent encounters I stared and ended over years, not once had I used a weapon. I had never done something as cowardly as taking out on someone and stabbing them in the back, or bring a knife to a fist fight. Even when I killed my previous boss, Mr. Murdo, I had done so with my bare hands, killing him by accident as things got out of control. So when I turned to use the blade in my hand to attack scums in front of me to give them what they had coming, I realized that I'm a coward. No, you're not. You're just being smart. You're not a coward. Yes, no, you're not a coward. You are not a coward. I know what I had to do. I know how to make the situation better. So why? Why can't I move? Weak? No, you're not weak. Is it because I'm weak, isn't it? No. I didn't have the strength to help the girl. Helping complete strangers is a job for police. I had no business with that girl to begin with. Why am I even here? Why did I come today? You came here because by helping the girl, you're helping your sister and then helping yourself. Is that girl just some random person I've never met before? Her well-being is not my problem. And if it was Sarah, I think I would have gone and killed those two already. No, if it had been Sarah in there, if that had been Sarah, there, the perfect angle. Oh no, ready for your debut, little miss? First blood. Interrupting mid-sentence, the teen eyes shot wide as pain, unlike anything he felt before, permeated through his body. Protruding from his stomach was the tip of the knife, taking it bone and cartilage from his spine. Before he so much as wiped off the blood from his dripping mouth, the teen leg buckled and forced him to the floor, refusing to move no matter how weird. Damn so. What the? With the first youth disposed of, I swiftly embraced his partner, grabbing the teen by his throat and dragging him off the petrified girl beneath. Whoa, he really looks like a bona fide killer now, right? I like his green eyes though. Alerted to my presence, his partner groaned. My second target tried to fight back, nailing one of the remaining bruises on my stomach on his first shot. But with adrenaline and anger fueled my every action, the pain did not even register. I removed my hand from his throat and gripped him by his hair, exposing his throat for the obvious next step. Zam! Whoa, he's smiling now, right? He's like, hehe, I'm a bona fide killer now. You may have more muscle than me, but I have a knife. The moment my hand left his throat, my knife took his place. I cut quickly and deeply, paying no heed to the blood spraying on my hand. The young man, desperate to grab his throat, trying to stop the bleeding by any means, but with both of his hands occupied, any defense he could have offered rendered moot. Seizing the opportunity, I focused on the back of the prey's neck at last. Alright, looks like he's gonna kill him. Okay. Zang! Zang! Actually, if he cut his throat, I think he should be dead already, right? It was over. Whoa, hero! Hero! As my second victim fell on the floor in a bloody heap, I slowly walked away, careful not to step in his pool remains. But as I looked down at my hands, a familiar feeling of shock and horror set in, driving me to an unwelcome realization. It happened again. I had been overwhelmed by bloodlust a moment ago, but the second my prey hit the floor, I realized what I had done. My hand shook, and I could hear my ragged heart breathing. Before me was a corpse, a deceased human being, not two corpses. A human being I had killed. Just like with Murdo, I lost myself in a moment, forgetting all about the situation at hand, only thinking about my target. No, this is much worse. Mr. Murdo was an accident. I slammed his head against a table during a fight, never intending to actually kill him. But this time, I knew exactly what was I doing. I knew, and yet I did it. Alright, I stared at my bloody hands and noticed subtle movement at the corner of my eyes. Okay, this girl I sought to save held her back against the wall, no doubt in shock and terrified by everything that has happened since she alighted from the train. She looked at me with unbridled fear in her eyes, a view I repaid with a calm smile. You're quite a nice guy right now. I looked at the frightened girl, I remembered where I was and why I had gone to such extreme. I didn't set out to kill anyone today, but I came here to protect Sarah, to protect girls like this one from those fiends. My method may have been contemptible, but even so, I had my reasons. I removed the tape from the frightened girl's mouth with my bloody hands, meeting with far less resistance than I thought I would. Oh, she seems quite nice now, with blood on her face. Whether paralyzed by fear or simply smart enough to not provoke a murderer, the girl remains frozen, allowing me to cut the tape binding her hands. Sigh, I guess that's it for me. Those two won't be going anywhere, and the girl is free to move as she pleases. My work here is... I turned around to leave. I felt my legs snagged on something. When I spun around, I found what I found was the arm of the girl I had just held tightly clinging to my pants. Her gaze locked onto my own pupils, no longer showing the fear I had witnessed moments ago. I suppose that's for the best. If she lucid enough to differentiate between friend or foe, then I should be able to leave her without worrying. I removed the girl's arm from her leg, then turned once again to walk away. She's still binded, right? Okay. Emptying the contents of my stomach into the bathroom sink, I washed my mouth for the 9th time. I tried to clean myself off. For all my efforts, the sink now reeked of bile, stomach acid, not to mention whether the remains of breakfast. I managed to keep my composure at the scenes and even on my way home, but the moment I entered the front door, my stomach took a turn for the worse. Be it the diminished adrenaline, the overwhelming scent of blood, or the sheer gravity of what I've done, my body is now paying the price. I sped up the last of my breakfast and hung my head over the sink, closing my eyes as I thought back over what had happened. Hold on, he didn't ask Marcus to help to clear the body? That's weird, right? After leaving the girl's side, I used my hooded jacket to wipe the blood off my knife. Excited, I exited the same way I entered, jumped over neighboring fences until I reached the road, then casually walked away from the house. Once I put some distance between myself and the crime scenes, I ditched the conspicuous article of clothing in a storm drain and cleaned the weapon tucked under my shirt. As for my gloves... Oh no! I wasn't wearing one from the beginning, was I? I didn't think I needed them, so I never bothered buying any. A weapon seemed like an obvious purchase for someone in a new line of work, but gloves? Oh crap, his fingerprint is all over the place. My fingerprints were being several places around the house, not to mention on my second victim. Luckily, my fingerprints aren't on file as far as I know, but any possible evidence is bad news. And even without my fingerprints being present, there's still a matter of the girl. Oh crap, yeah, she saw my face, right? She saw my face and had a piece of tape of my blood thumbprint on it. She can place me at the scene of the crime. But will she? When I left, the girl seems to realize I meant her no harm. If anything, I helped her out of a bind. So shouldn't she do the same? Even if she does play along, the fact is that I'm in serious trouble right now. My job is both dangerous and criminal. I've killed three people, and yet another person now has the power to put me behind bars. If I'm not careful, my work might just follow me home. Uh-oh. Finally prying myself away from the sink, I eventually managed to settle my stomach and get a grip. I realized that worrying about wouldn't do any good, and that I could only wait and see. For the time being, the matter was out of my hands. Or you could go there and burn the house down and clear all the evidence. As I attempt to restore some sense of normality to my day, my mind turned back to work, my collecting gig with Marcus. With our usual meeting time having come and gone, it was already too late for me to head out. Even if I left, I wouldn't have any clue where to go, since our destination were told to Marcus directly. What a blunder! I killed 2 people, left evidence and a witness at the scene, and now I'm skipping work for which my crime lord expect me to complete. Today couldn't have gone any worse, could it? Nope. Actually you could. In fact, you have saved Sarah, right? Sigh, oh well, no use worrying about it now. If Marcus wants me, he knows where to find me. Right now, I just need to take it easy, relax on couch and watch some television and do my best to escape this awful reality I seem to be living. Clicking. Clutching the remote on my hand, I began flipping through channels until I found one playing cartoons. Currently playing was a kids program aimed at children aged and under, suitable for all ages. Now this is what I'm talking about. Maybe, what better way is there to escape the bloodshed taking over my life? The first cartoon finished, I changed to a different channel, trying my luck while the commercials continued to play between the shows. Unfortunately, only one channel seems to be playing cartoons. There were dozens of reality TV shows, a few new programs, but nothing close to light-hearted entertainment I was after. Or you could go to your computer and watch the YouTube. Click. I kept flipping through the channels until I rested on a morning news program, sighing deeply as I resigned myself to learning about the real world after all. As much as I wanted to escape reality for a while, sensationalist news stories can't possibly be as comforting as my new job, let alone my morning. I sat through a few minutes of puff pieces before flipping back to the cartoon channel I was on previously. As luck would have it, however, what followed cartoon was a live-action kids show instead. Kids no older than 12 sitting in a fake classroom playing on smartphones. How stimulating. What is this kids watch nowadays? Now I just feel, oh, is this what kids watch nowadays? What's interesting about watching preteens bond over how difficult their little lives are? Oh well, you ran out of credit on your prepaid plan. You are practically a third world orphan. What were your parents thinking trying to teach you moderation? They are practically Nazis. Alright, so he has voices in his head right now. Your teacher assigned you difficult homework, you poor thing. What? Sign, what am I doing? Are you chill, man? Calm down already. Ranting about this shit isn't doing me any good. There are things I need to do, none of them involve watching worthless trash like this. You know what, guys? This video is quite long. I think it's time to stop here. I'll see this this is the end of part 11 of Signers. I'll see you at part 12. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next episode or part. Bye. Whoa. Did you get scared? Well, subscribe to my channel and I promise you'll never get scared again. Or watch more videos and you will be able to find your peace in life.